time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Today is Monday, July 28th. S&P down 12, NASDAQ down 32. NASDAQ up 32. Russell down 6, Dow down 145. Gold and silver are both a little bit red. Notes and bonds a little bit red. 10-year yield up a little over 0.5%. Oil's up 2.5%. Natural gas down 3%. All the grains finished red. Euro and the pound are both down. Bitcoin up about 1%, a little over 119,000. VIX up 2.75%, currently at 15.34. As far as my trades today, I just did 2 tranches on my BIX. I literally forgot to turn on my TAT this morning for the early tranches, which appears like that may have been a good thing. So just did one at 9:52, and then my next scheduled one was at 12:04, and it was only 5 wide, so I just shut them down after that. But up, well, TAT says 328 after selling longs. I think I'm up about 500-ish. So we'll see where those settle out. I got stopped on one Elmo, just did the one. I did a little discretionary RIC for a small profit. I did 3 different tranches of just selling put credit spreads on these little dips, which worked out well today, up about 1,500 on those. And then I did a 1 DTE, which I transformed into an upside vertical, so 64.20. Above that level would be max profit for tomorrow's expiration. And then I've currently got my DDBs on. Which have a max profit between 80 and 85. So anywhere between 80 and 85. Expiration today would be the best of the best. Day trading, I'm up $5 on the day. Scratch. Just not the greatest effort on my part, I don't think, as far as day trading. Just I was trying to force. I mean, look at the S&P and NASDAQ. I mean, they're trending down, and I was trying to force long trades. So didn't get hurt, but gave some back that I don't think I should have. So that's my day for today. Chad, how about you?
Yeah, it's I'm really happy about how I traded today. Felt like I traded really good today. Booked over $1,000 day trading, so it's always nice to start your day on that end. I had a 1 DTE. I did so in my own individual account. I do my own 1 DTE, and then in my TLC account, I've been doing yours with the bot. Both mine hit profit target sooner, 25%, before yours hit 25%. I ended up closing mine for about 30% and closed the one from yours. I closed the bot out at like 25% because it was sitting at like 25% forever, like an hour. So I just closed it. Had a TLC trade on in each account. One in my individual account was 100% stop loss. In my TLC account, it was the normal 75%. On that big drop down, I got stopped in my TLC account for a full loss. Wasn't even close to being stopped in my individual account. Ended up going 20, 40, 60 and out in that one. And I would have been, with the immediate bounce, I would have been 20, 40, 60 and out in my TLC account if I would have had the 100% trailing stop instead of the 75%. So it would have been instead it was a $3,600 loss. Would have been and then I did another TLC in my TLC account, hit 2040, and then I was using the 100% stop. Got stopped out on my last couple contracts, so that was a 40% and stopped. So would have been a really, really monster day if I wouldn't have had that $3,600 loser. But my other, my individual account it's bigger winner than normal. So happy with that. I'm in 2 Woogas. One's up 33%, and the other's up. One's up 30%. One's up 32%. The pin is 63.80, which is right where it's at. So, been a good day.
Nice. As far as individual stocks go, SMCI has been on a little tear today, up 9%.
Also, that reminded me of something. My day trading. So pull up. Let's see, what was it? What was my loss? I think it might have been NVIDIA. See if I can find it.
NVIDIA hitting the all-time highs as we speak.
Yeah, so NVIDIA. Okay, so I got long. I got to put this on a different screen. Can't see. I'm not trying to blow yours up bigger. Okay. I got long on a pullback to previous day high.
Which one? Did it quite a few times?
Early.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it went down through it. Where I'm having problems with, trading previous day highs and those types of things. I didn't used to always do those with continuation runners. Okay, so the second bar. Yeah, so the second bar goes through the so I got long when it pulled back to previous day high, and then it finished lower, like way through it. And then it started coming down even more on the third bar. You see that?
Yep.
On the third bar, how it came down even more?
Yep.
Yeah. I got out right there because it had already passed my line in the sand. And not just a little bit, but a lot.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing. I typically wait for a close, and then I might wait till a little bit after it closes to see if it's going to bounce quickly, but if it kind of pushes below like that, I would have been out too.
I have lost a lot of those where they immediately reverse on me and would have been big winners. When I try to play those previous day highs, those types of levels, sometimes I don't know, but it sounds like I did the right thing if that's what you would have done.
Yeah, in that situation, I definitely would have done the same thing. One thing I do, not necessarily, one thing I've done more recently for sure in playing levels is sometimes I'll wait for price, like if I'm using the previous day high, for example, like this example, I'll wait for, I don't try to get in when it's pulling back to it. I'll wait for like price to be under it and start to push above it. So you're kind of going with the momentum that way. I have had some good success doing that. Of course it can reverse, same thing can happen, but that's just a losing trade. Nothing you can really do about that.
Yeah. So my fear is, and what happens is sometimes when I wait, it touches that previous day high and then bounces, and now I'm not in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it comes down to it, touches it, and I don't get in because it's still coming down, but then it's bounced and now it's gone.
Yeah. I mean, that happens to me all the time as well. Just
Okay.
just part of the deal. All right. Yeah. Like today, I was watching AVGO, and it made this big push right here at 12:10 Central with some volume, kind of broke above highs of day, above previous day high. And so I was waiting for a pullback, and then I ended up getting distracted with my Elmo or some other trade, and so I missed my entry here, which would have been a monster winner. And then same thing here. I really, because AVGO is kind of hitting new all-time highs, just kind of a typical setup I like to get in. It came back down to previous day high again. I missed it. It bounced too quick, and I didn't chase, so I missed that second chance too. So just happens.
Yeah, take a look at Meta. So Meta was another one I was looking at playing with instead of NVIDIA, where on the second bar it pulled back to previous day high, went through it, and then came up, but I picked NVIDIA instead. And that Meta, ended up, the next 1, 2, 3 bars ended up going straight up.
Yep, I was watching that one too. I didn't take it, but I was watching it. Kind of thinking the same thing. Yeah, and Landon just said it too. The super early entries are definitely tricky too. Trickier, I think, because they can move so fast. And
yeah, that's a good point.
You get those stocks that look super strong for the first 5 or 10 minutes, and all of a sudden they're just blasting through lows of days. So it's those are tricky.
Yeah, good point.
A lot of chip stocks moving. Hood's up 1%. It's been pretty choppy, but a little bit stronger on the day. On the red side, we've got Sound and CoreWeave are both down more than 4%. Circle's down 3.5%. Crypto stocks have been weak all day. Coins, Circle. MSTR is actually a little bit green now. Gapped up, it came down. Krish, we were talking about just taking an early runner so you could use previous day high as kind of your line in the sand. So you certainly could have taken Meta early. SPX sitting a little below 63.80. I just use a 5-minute close below the level. It's kind of my exit point. That's that's why I use levels. I use it as a line in the sand. I don't want to get wicked out, so I wait for the bar to close. But then, of course, if you get one of those really heavy, quick-moving markets, obviously you got to manage risk. So I use the level as my line in the sand, and then I also have a max risk on a trade. So both of those together is how I manage risk.
AMD was a really good one. I got in early on it when it pulled back. And then Tesla was not. I'll show you the Tesla one too, but AMD on the third bar.
Yep.
Yeah, I got long right there on the third bar when it pulled back, but stayed above where the second bar's lowest point was.
Yep.
Yep. And then Tesla. When it broke through highs of day and then pulled back, then I got long.
Yep, that was my biggest winner today as well.
Yep.
Oh no, actually, I'm sorry. I got long right here at pre-market highs when it dipped right here. I almost bottom ticked it. I got in great entry right as it came down to pre-market highs, and it immediately had two massive bars. So I was at
Yeah,
I was down to
I think. What time was that?
I got in about 9:45 ish.
Okay, mine.
I was down to two lots, just my runners by 10 minutes later because I had that massive push.
Oh yeah, I caught the first push up, and then I only had 2 contracts left, so I just closed them when it started to pull back.
The one I missed, I was watching and I almost pulled the trigger on, but decided not to because I just kind of had a bullish. Was the coin downside volume runner, or not coin, circle. That third bar of the day was a big volume bar, and it bounced right up to previous day close. Could have got a really nice low risk entry, and then it just absolutely got crushed. Donna has a question for you, Chad, on the Tesla trade, it looks like.
Yeah, so I was a mighty 90 short on Tesla. So if you look at so I got in on the push above. So yeah, so the would be the
So we're in here, 845, 850 ish.
Yeah, 845, and then it came down and gave me one red bar, and then it came down some more, and I got out of half, and then it started to bounce, and then when it went through highs, I just got out of it for a small winner. Thankfully, I got out of half. Now, you can see that if I just would have followed the rules, that would have ended up a winner too, but yeah.
Well, you would have got out about the same spot, but you would have sat through all that heat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, instead, I turned around and got long and made a real nice profit. Wugas are at 43% and 31%.
Yeah, CoreWeave had a big downside volume runner as well. Although it did push up above that bar a decent amount. Oh, nice. VIX on the rise. S&P dipping a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead and just have no problems with booking profits early nowadays. So just took a Woog off at like 25%. Any more down move would have hurt it.
Big week of earnings and economic news.
Did you hear my earnings record? You know, you weren't you were gone Thursday and Friday.
Your
With Goog
earnings
and
trades.
yeah, with Goog and Tesla both being losers last week.
Mm-mm.
I am now 1-9.
Oh, well. Let me
Yeah.
know when you take one.
I know, right? I'm thinking about doing the opposite of what you do. Although I don't always take them, and that's my problem. You know, I need to. If I'm going to do them, I just need to do every one you do. What was that one winner you had earlier this year? Or a couple weeks ago? It was like a week ago.
Netflix, maybe?
Goldman Sachs?
Maybe.
No.
I don't remember.
There was one recently. I was like, yeah.
Actually,
See, when I don't take them and then you win one, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to jump in now.
TSM. TSM was a $1,200
Yes,
winner.
That's what it was. I didn't take that one.
As far as earnings after the bell today, not much. Tilray. Is that company still around? What's that company doing? I haven't heard that name in a while. TLRY.
Yeah, I don't know about last day of the month trade either. Well, may just do one contract. That's coming up Thursday.
Tilray is 68 cents. No wonder I haven't heard of it in a while. That thing used to be like $200 or $300, didn't it? Yeah, yes. It hit $300. Now it's 68 cents.
You're kidding.
Literally got smoked. Literally.
Wow.
Anyway, Tilray, you want some of that? Goes after the bell today. Tomorrow morning before the bell, PayPal and Boeing and Spotify. Let's check out PayPal and Boeing. Boeing has been on a little rip. It's almost doubled in the since April.
Those are tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning before the bell. Interestingly, Boeing's volatility has already been crushed. PayPal also before the bell tomorrow. It's kind of in the middle of its range over the last year. Bosh, you've been doubling down on Tilray all the way down? Yikes. SPX popping back up. Back above 80, up to 81. Let's see. PayPal or Boeing? Do I want to do anything? I think I'm going to pass. We've got Starbucks after the close tomorrow. We've got Meta and Microsoft and Hood after the bell Wednesday. And Qualcomm.
What about
Visa's after the bell tomorrow too.
Can you set up a Boeing? You said it's been on a run up.
You want a bullish one?
Yeah, just set it up. See what, in case somebody wants a bullish one. I might just do one for fun with like one contract.
Boeing's got a 10-point expected move. Currently at 35, so 45. These 2.5 wide strikes. It's gonna be tough.
Not doesn't set up good.
My might as well do a vertical spread, it looks like, based on
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah.
Either just a regular fly to try to pin the expected move or do a vertical. Yeah, Spotify's before the bell as well. Let's see how the options look in spot. Sometimes they're a little wider. They used to be 80 cents, 700 bucks now. I guess you're good. Open interest is pretty low, but definitely trade it. 53-point expected move. It's at 700. All-time high is 785. SPX still hanging around 81. Oops.
Last year, if I was green, it was most likely because of my TLC trades. Today what was I? Minus 2,465 on 2 TLC trades. I ended up green in that account because of other trades. Which wouldn't have been the case last year.
I just posted that Spotify bullish fly, basically break even, no risk to the upside.
And that's before the bell tomorrow?
Spotify is before the bell tomorrow, yep. Actually, now that I think about it, we have FOMC on Wednesday, so I'm not sure I'll do anything in Meta, Microsoft, or Robinhood, but maybe still. See? Lots going on this week. In addition to the earnings, we've got JOLTS tomorrow morning. Employment data on Wednesday pre-market, FOMC in the afternoon, core PCE pre-market Thursday, and NFP and ISM on Friday. SPX up to 82. DDB's nice and centered. I'm going to let my remaining put credit spread put credit spreads. I'm just going to let them expire. I've got one at 75, one at 80, and one at 85. If we could push above 85, that'd be good for those. My DDB would like to stay below 85. Oh, thank you, Abosh, for the reminder. Yeah, my 3-4 put calendar is a little off center to the left. I think I'm just going to close that. MOC in a little over 3 minutes. Filled in my calendar at 6:25, so about 5% profit. Bitcoin's coming down. S&P, NASDAQ still bouncing. I'm not taking the trade, Moel. Just, that's a bullish. I always do. If you're bullish, do the call side. If you're bearish, do the same thing on the put side. That way you're using the out of the money options. Less spready. Yeah, like if you look at Spotify, Moel, let's see, so like, let's just look at the mid strike, the 750, which is around the, it usually ends up being around the 25-ish delta, yeah, 28 in this case. So in this case, it's about 55 cents wide is the bid-ask spread. If you go over to the in-the-money puts, if you're doing that same strike, I mean, you're talking about $4 wide. You don't want that.
Filled on the 85s for Mahomes. MOC coming in.
Oh. Get my voice activated.
10 seconds. Market on close imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 668 million, Nasdaq 100 buy side 656 million, Dow 30 buy side 279 million, Mag 7 buy side 404 million.
Voice news disconnected.
Small buy side. SPX up to 85. I would love an 85 pin. Chad, did you say you're on the 85 Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would not like an 85 pin.
No. You can go down to 80 and come back.
SPX at 83. Wow, it's at $3 already. With 8.5 minutes to go, that's pretty solid. Did you get filled?
I filled at $2.
What, Bosch? I thought you like to wait. Usually you get filled at like 230, 250. Bosch, how long are you going to hold Tilray for? You just can't let it go? What's your basis? SPX at 84. You don't want to talk about it, Abash? Is that a sore subject? Abash is ignoring me.
I mean, might as well just hold it. There's no need to let go of it now.
All right, hanging around 85 still. Up to 86. VIX coming down. Pushing towards 87.
88's my break even.
And VIX really coming down compared to its moves throughout the day here in the last 20 minutes.
Right back to 85.
A little under 5.5 minutes to go. SPX came down and bounced off of the expected move area several times before this little bounce. Up to 87. $88.
Don't stop there. Might as well go touch 90.
Go touch 90 for Chad and then come back down to 85. No DDB stopped for me. Shouldn't be anywhere close. Discount, that might have been something else. At least on mine. Unless you got filled on a different strike, which is, I guess, is possible. Back to 87.
Yeah, coming down. I only did a 2-lotter, so not a big deal.
SPX hit 64.01 and change today.
Nasdaq's still going up.
NASDAQ is pushing. S&P hanging around 87. Got 2 minutes. Yeah, NASDAQ is getting strong. Let's see what's moving here. Oh yeah, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia. Nvidia's ripping through new all-time highs. SPX at 88.5. Got 1 minute. Touching 89. Back to 87s. Chad, you should be right at about break even. Yeah, SMCI closing at highs of day up over 10%. TSM is ripping. All the chips are bouncing.
Order
SPX
cancelled.
hit 90. And there's the bell. So it looks like 63, 89, 80. So DDBs will be a little under $500 winner. Regular BIX winner. Day trade scratch. Put credit spreads winners. All three winners. Elmo a loser. So, green on the day. I'll take it for a Monday.
Mahomes was a winner.
Did you lock or just close?
Oh yeah, I was muted. Damn it! It locked with 5 seconds left.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Darn it!
All right, all. That is a wrap. Let's see. Tomorrow, I think Chad is streaming in the morning. Let me double check. Tomorrow is the 29th. Yeah, Chad's streaming live for day trading in the morning. Back for Power Hour. Everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.